Virgo, this is your week ahead tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is a message for Virgo sun, moon, and rising sign. It is your message, so please take it where and how it resonates in your life. It is an energy reading. If you want and love astrology the way I do, and you want the full astrology breakdown, then please check out my second YouTube channel, Astrology Motivation, where every single week I do a full forecast for Virgos and all the 12 zodiac signs. So check it out, and hopefully you'll subscribe over there as well. This reading is timeless. It comes to you at exactly the right time, at exactly when it's supposed to, when it's called to you. And there's at least 200 plus videos here for you that could call to you too, so check them out. For those of you who wonder if I do personal readings, I do. And all of that is scheduled, and all of those services are described over on my website, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. Let's look at what is happening here. I think your strength has been diminished. There's something about this week where your strength has been diminished because you don't understand something, or you feel like you've been held back for too long, or maybe you've been holding yourself back for too long. You haven't wanted to take any chances. You haven't wanted to push forward. A lot of this, I'm just going to say it, I would have to use the word cowardice. I mean, there's probably I'm going to say it. And I know it's harsh, but listen, if I were having a conversation with a Virgo would say the same to me. They would be extremely direct. They would say it like it is. They don't like to be talked to this way, but they do like to talk this way. But I'm gonna speak as if I was a Virgo speaking to somebody else and say, no, this is about cowardice. This is about where you've held yourself back because you haven't wanted to make the changes or take any of the risks. And you've probably found really intelligent reasons why you shouldn't do it. But let me say this to you. From your own mind and your own perspective this week, it is going to be put into your face that it's the wrong thing to do. The world is changing. There's a lot of conflict in it. In a lot of ways, I think you disagree with what is happening, or you see constant conflict. And you're sitting here thinking, what I do isn't going to matter anyway, which is so not true, because Virgo's superpower is figuring out difficult situations and putting them into order, especially for everybody else who can't figure this shit out. But you can. And so this is really a time when we need that practical and pragmatic mindset to understand and dig through all the chaos. This is a very chaotic energy. It's either global, or your world is changing, or you'll finally turn that corner, right? And say, you know what? Either be inspired to do something or inspired to walk away and be like, you know what? It's drained me. I've got no more use for this. Either way, there is a sense of I'm done and I'm ready to start something new because the world card is here. This could also be the reaction to global stuff. So, and there you are. Let's see what you're surrounded by. The Hermit energy shows up in your reading. It's you. It's you. And then we have the King of Pentacles and the... With this, the King and Queen of Pentacles have come out. Do you know what this is telling you? This is legitimately a time for huge opportunity, especially opportunity to make exceptional money. And before I saw those cards, what did I say? I said, this is the time when Virgo, you're needed the most. When you know there's somebody, or you see that there is just this weakening in virtue or integrity or the ability to think through rationally, where there's all this confusion, there is this sense of you stepping up. And not only stepping up, it's stepping up because you can handle this. You can take a lasso around this and get this under control. And this could be a very advantageous time for you to show you exactly your full potential, working to your full potential, and also turn over a profit while you do it. You've got the answers. this is your work, or this is your job, or there's a tumultuous and craziness when it comes to your work and job, right? And there's this sense of you might be leveling up because of what you can do. Whatever it is, it's almost like you're going to be kicked out of your not wanting to do something because you know you have to. Because it's like, oh my God, all right. You know what? This has become too crazy for even me to ignore it. I've got to get myself in there because none of you assholes are going to be able to figure it out without me. It's that kind of energy. It's that kind of energy. So let's get deeper into it. Why is the Strength card in reverse? Something to do with people being stuck and not knowing how to, or being strong enough to change, to come out of their shell, because the Hangman is very much, yeah, people need direction. That's what it is. Once again, we have the Five of Wands. So this could be personally, there's been a lot of restrictions, or there's been a lot of rules, laws, regulations, or people fighting, or just red tape that's been coming at you, or competition. Just a lot of like rebel rousing, and it's like the crowds in the streets you can't move through, that kind of energy. Well, here comes you, Queen of Swords, which you could and should be represented by, because your ruling dignitary is Mercury, even though you're an earth sign. It's like strategy through that. Strategy through all the red tape and all the craziness and all the chaos, because that's what it means. This sense of people being stuck, the Strength card is in reverse because they need direction. They need to make a frickin' decision. They need objectivity instead of passion. And that's the problem, right? That's the problem, is that there's all this passion that people are fighting about. There's no objectivity. And that's what's weakening. So I don't know if it's weakening you personally, or it's something you're personally up against, or this is just a global issue that you're sick of hearing about. But that's where the weakening is. That's where the cowardice is. The lack of everybody the cowardice is just going for your passions, right? This sense of passion, fighting each other. But where's the objectivity? Where's the clarity? Where's the sense? And that's where we've lacked off, or slacked off. And that's why looking at things from a different perspective and rationalizing it and seeing it and clearly defining the issues and figuring out the problem, you're going to be able to unravel. I just saw this in my mind, this huge knot. You know, one of those huge knots, or those huge knots sometimes your jewelry gets into when you've been traveling, your necklaces are all like, it's legitimately like you this week are just like, I'm unraveling this shit. I'm unraveling it because this is crazy. This is insane. So I'm going to sit back, kick up my heels, and I'm just going to unravel this. And I got to tell you, that work is going to lead to such great breakthroughs in your life. Because I think you're going to, in other words, even if you're having personal issues that have been growing and growing and growing, this is the week where you unravel them. It's not everything unravels. It's you unravel them. You take your mind and say, okay, enough with all the emotions. I am going to figure this shit out. And you sit there with your little safety pin or your little sewing needle or whatever and you strand by strand. And by seeing it, you see, oh, how everything gets tossed around and how everything has become entwined. And you, in the unraveling, figure out the intricacies of the raveling, right? And put things back into place. I just see you rolling up your sleeves this week. And I know it feels like, oh, you got us working. I know. But that's true. Because it's like time for you to go to work. It's like the world needs you. Because everybody's talking. But nobody's making any sense. And that's kind of where you come in. And there's great opportunity here for you. So when it comes to jobs or figuring stuff out or being ingenuitive, I think that's kind of a positive word for it, ingenuity. You look at the shit show and you figure out how to make it orderly and functional. It's ingenuity, right? And that's kind of what it is. This ingenuity in you that could lead to a really big breakthrough for you, especially when it comes to something that everybody wants to buy, sell, back, or invest in. I mean, right now, if you went on Shark Tank, everybody would want you. Because it's like you have the mindset right now to unravel this solution that maybe even personally has been getting you. But now it's like when your objectivity clicks in and you're like, okay, now I can figure it out. And I love that. So, oh, stop. The first card that came out further on is expect powerful change. But then what was the next moon card that came out? Conclusions are within reach. So this powerful change is coming because you're getting to the bottom of things. And you're finally able to make decisions based on what you've discovered, so you make the correct decision forward. Conclusions are within reach. You know. So this week is bringing to your attention why changes have to be made, exactly what changes need to be made, and how to make those changes. And if there's been internal struggle in you, it's because maybe part of you hadn't wanted to face what needed to change or that there needed to be change. But now all of you is just like, fuck it. I'm tired of denying this or trying to whittle my way around it. I'm just gonna go at it and hack at it. And that is exactly the right answer, because you will figure out the issues. You will figure out the problems. So whatever, this is really good news. I think short summary so far, this is really good news for those of you who have had these, whatever conflict, whatever part of your life it is, personal, professional, financial, career, whatever it is, whatever this raveled craziness has been, you will find the solutions this week. You will find the solutions this week. Virgo. King of Wands is here. This is either somebody that you're meeting. You know what? Let me say this in terms of relationship. If you are in a relationship with another earth sign, this could definitely be speaking to you working things out or working out whatever problem you guys have been having, whether it's personal or just something that both of you are dealing with together. We have a King of Wands here, which represents creative freedom. He represents such confidence in everything that he is. He takes initiative. But it could also be a person that you're dealing with. There's also this. And that's a total ending, but it's an ending to all the crap and all the craziness. And so it's painful, but it's finally looking at it and letting go, because you're realizing there is nothing that I can do at this point. This situation is done. So maybe part of it is realizing what is hopeless and what isn't going to work. And that's like the first checkbox you can get. And then we have Temperance. So this is an angel energy. This is an energy of harmony returning. It's almost like the fight is over. The struggle is over. Stop struggling. You'll find peace and solutions when you lay down the swords and admit, I am powerless here. But not in cowardice, in total faith. I am powerless here. I don't have the solutions. And that's where you're connecting to your higher power. That sense of, I don't have the solutions. And in serenity is the only place I can find it, because it's going to take a lot of patience and focus. And you won't get there until you go through serenity. And so this is an energy of serenity in what I can't change. Serenity in what I have to admit is done, is over. So a big part of your success this week is failure or serenity with what you can't change, in order to find the solution for what you can do and what actions to take moving forward. Or, let me say this, for some of you who are watching this reading, personal message, if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, it's over. It's done. There's nothing that can be fixed. If you're dealing with another earth sign, it is not only over, it is on. Because there are solutions that are coming. Let's get deeper into this. I'll see you guys in the extended. The link is down below in the description box. I also pin it to the top of the comment section. If you're on television, if you're watching me on television, then grab your cell phone because all the necessary links are available to you. I will see you guys there.